am Andy Costello, your professional real estate broker. I am here with Mike Miller, and we're here to talk about the nonprofit Hopeline. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, Hopeline was started because we saw a need for a way to help kids that were dealing with depression and suicide. There are a lot of 800 numbers out there that kids can call. But we thought that if we could build a Hopeline that was local, with local people, then we could deal with local kids and plug them into local ministries and activities to help them along the way. So that was the idea with Hopeline. So we train our advocates. They get 32 hours of training in everything from crisis intervention to dealing with people who've been sexually abused or depressed or suicidal. Lots of training, and from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 3 o'clock in the morning, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, there is somebody to talk to you if you have a need.
Wow, that is amazing, especially in this day and age where there is much more awareness about suicide prevention and what's been reported in the news all the time. How did you come up with this idea and start Hopeline?
Other than being incredibly, no, I was going to say brilliant, but that's not the case. We here at Common Ground Ministry, we see a need and we try to fill it. And the Bible tells us, the Lord tells us in Matthew chapter 7 that if we should do good works, that the world sees our good works and glorifies our Father in heaven. So what better work is there than to helping a kid that's struggling with depression and just needs an ear to talk into and somebody that cares. So that's where it came from.
Somebody other than mom and dad sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah. And the problem with mom and dad is I've raised 4 kids and I've got 11 grandkids. And a lot of times, not that the problem is mom and dad, but they want to talk to somebody other than mom and dad. And my kids did exactly the same thing. So we're just providing another ear for kids to be able to talk into.
Yeah, really important. I'm sure there's a lot of challenges with running a line like this. What's maybe been one of the biggest challenges you faced?
Training people, keeping them trained. There's always glitches with, the transfer of phone calls and stuff. But the way it works is you call into an advocate, and if that advocate can't handle it, then there's a supervisor on every shift, and he can bring the supervisor into the call. And if the supervisor can't handle the call, then it goes all the way up to me. And I've been doing this for 35 years. So it's, and I am on call every day.
Wow. Our community definitely needs the service that you're offering. You obviously have success. You've got a lot of volunteers and people are using the line. What do you attribute that success to?
People just have needs, and if you let people know that every relationship is based on 2 things. Everybody, you, me, every relation you have, every relation I have, it's based on 2 things. We all want to be loved, and there's different degrees of love. I love my wife one way, I love my kids a different way, I love my, the volunteers that help with the Hopeline, I love them. It's all different, but at the same time, everybody that we call in, we're doing this because we care. And so, but at the same time, the catalyst that makes love work is respect. So it's not only what you feel, but it's what you do. And that's what we try to tell people, is that we love you, we'll treat you with respect. How can we help you? How can we be there to help you and be there?
That makes sense.
Anyway, I just kept rambling on and saying too many words.
What's one thing you'd want the community to know about the Hopeline?
That it's there. If you would like posters to hang up, we have wristbands that we give out to kids in schools. We have posters like this one you see behind us, and just get the word out there, because unless someone knows about it, they're not going to call it.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you were to kind of put the message on a billboard that people, if you could put it on the I-5 corridor, what would you want it to say about Hopeline?
We have it on the I-5 corridor. One of our board members has a trucking company, and he wrapped his truck in a sign that says Hopeline, and it goes up and down I-5. It basically says, everyone hurts. If you need to talk, we're here to listen.
Perfect. And so obviously the number's here. Then that's the best way, even if somebody's interested in volunteering, they'd also call that number?
They could call that number and say, I'd like to volunteer, and they'll get to the right place. I just looked at, we're listening, it sounds like Fraser Crane. Hello, Seattle, I'm listening. Gotta have fun.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Mike, for your time. Really appreciate you sharing your story. Everybody, I'll catch you next week. And again, if you're interested, give the number a call. I'll also have the website posted when you're done watching this video. Thank you so much. Take care.